fearful of like, okay, how are you going to actually make money? Or what are you going to do?
So as you left your 9 to 5 job and pivoted to working for yourself full time, did you have certain conditions that you were waiting for? Or was it like, I'm just going to take a chance and go after this?
The pain has to be really high for you to move. It's like, you're comfortable. You don't really want to work there, but it's fine. You're getting a paycheck and you don't really want to, but that'll just keep you stuck until the pain gets high enough where you're like, okay, I actually have to leave. Like it's time. And I think I got to a point where I just couldn't, my head wasn't in it. My heart wasn't in it. And I didn't really want to stay and watch myself do that to myself either. So I think the pain threshold got high enough where I was like, I think it's time to leave and figure it out essentially. Cause again, I think that's another mindset piece around if you have examples where you've figured things out in the past and you're a person who can problem solve and be creative, then it's going to be okay. And you'll figure it out, whatever that might look like.
Yeah, definitely. Sometimes, unless we're kind of pushed towards like, okay, are you going to keep staying in this environment that's not serving you? Or, are you going to take this chance? It's good to see that it's probably not a great experience looking back, but I'm glad that was something that you looked at and said, you know what? I don't have to stay in this. I can change it. And I think that's the piece that's powerful.
Yeah. And you have to like realize that for yourself.
Yes.
You can talk to your friends and your family, but they might not be super supportive or, like you just kind of have to decide for yourself. Because I have a friend who's like, oh, I want to quit my job and has a like a deadline or a date, but each time it kind of moves and like, okay, yeah, like eventually, but it's just funny that like we're all in that scenario sometimes.
Yeah.
So you're not alone. It's just also like kind of keeping yourself accountable and
definitely.
Okay, you're going to do, I think. And then when you do it, you feel so much better because you're like, I actually did it. It's crazy. I did it.
You're right. Everyone has to make that decision themselves. You can talk to so many people, but they bring their own kind of beliefs and biases into the conversation. So how did people around you react when you kind of made this shift? Yeah, what was their take?
I think a lot of people knew that I wanted to leave for a while. So it was kind of like a mix of like, okay, great, you're finally leaving, and also a mix of some of the folks who were more scared or fearful of like, okay, how are you going to actually make money? Or what are you going to do? Because I didn't really like some people. Sure, I had a few of those experiments going on, but I didn't really start my business and have like 3 clients that were just paying me already on the side. I didn't have that with my job because I think also it's a little bit difficult. You have to check with your company policies and whatnot. Like, I was thinking, okay, to get a few clients within marketing, that's what I'm already doing. So I didn't really have that. So I quit without really any income for the first few months. So, but it was nice because I didn't have anything. And so there was more time and space to think and take a break. And that was really nice.
I think sometimes that's needed in a transition. What kind of work is lighting you up in this new chapter? Are there things you're finding like, you know what, I really align with this piece of work and that's what I'm kind of like maybe focusing on going forward?
Yeah, I think a few things. Right when I think, sometimes when people say like, when you leave something and then something else opens or some other opportunities present to you, I never really understood that. I was always kind of like hesitant towards that, but it actually has happened to me when you say no to one thing and then you get this other more aligned opportunity and it feels really great. So I think when I left my job right before I was leaving or in that transition, one of the women that I had talked to a year or two ago, who I actually met my career coach through, she started her own company and she's doing corporate retreats, companies Recess. And she was saying that she is going to launch like this retreat and she might need someone to help in the future. And so then we started working together and that was really my first project in like the corporate retreat space or corporate offsite space. And I got to go to San Diego for that and help plan that. And again, it was like very aligned because it was about bringing people together. I love traveling, and it was creating an experience. And so things like that, I've been loving and doing more of that. And at the same time, trying to like figure out who is the ideal client I want to serve and things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing a mix of like freelancing and also finding my own clients through referrals or LinkedIn, just my network and talking to people. And that's been something that I didn't know if that was going to happen or not. So it's just nice knowing that like now I have more confidence because it's, you know, naturally happening. Before I was like, oh, I'm going to have to really work so hard and find like anything. And so, yeah, it's nice to
Yeah.
have the other side.
What else do you think about, like in terms of your business, that you're strategizing or thinking, I want to put more energy behind this piece of my business?
Yeah, I think the first 6 months, it's basically 6 months already. And
Mhm.
we're all about like just saying yes to a lot of different opportunities that come my way. And so I've been doing a lot of different things. Like I have a product marketing client. I've done like a research project for like where I was interviewing retreat hosts and all these things. So now I think in the next half of the year, it's figuring out again, like, how do I share my offer or story of what I actually offer in a more clear and distinct way. So um, I can attract the right clients and people know how to work with me and things like that. And then I think it's also like building the sustainability piece into it too. So I've, transparently been working a lot like these past probably 2 months. Just there's a conference that I'm working on like in June with this event agency, and that's just a lot of work. And so I want to take a little time and think about how do I strategically like, yeah, build in more of a balanced, sustainable like business model where I'm not, you know, working a ton because you work for yourself. Yes, you're going to like you can work a lot,
Mhm.
but I think the best part about working for yourself is you got to say yes to certain things and no to certain things. So I think that's
Yeah.
what I want to figure out more.